All right, guys. Don't don't worry. I'm not going to be in my car for this entire video. We're going to do a voiceover and actually show you some images from these books. But today we're going to be talking about the Black Hood, Volume 1 through 3. It's the entire run of the series. I found this at a bargain superstore at like an Ollie's or an Odd Lots, and I found all 3 volumes. So I'm going to be talking about those today. We're doing Volume 1, The Bullet's Kiss. Volume 2, The Lonely Crusade. And Volume 3, The Nobody Murders. And this is written by Duane Swierczynski, with art by Michael Gaydos, Robert Hack, Greg Scott, and Rick Burchett. Let's get into it. All right, so book number 1, my introduction to this series, was really damn good. And, you know, if it wasn't good, obviously I wouldn't have kept reading. Well, maybe I would have, because I had already purchased all 3 issues, or all 3 volumes. But just take my word for it. Book 1 really kicks it off in a pretty awesome fashion. And then, let's see, book 1 is issues 1 through 6 of the Black Hood. And like I said, they call this volume The Bullet's Kiss. And it is essentially the origin story of the Black Hood. Sort of. So the Black Hood, actually, in the story, is pretty cool. Starting out, you realize that the Black Hood is not just one guy. It's a moniker. It's a mantle that has kind of gotten passed on, not intentionally, but that's kind of what makes this story so cool. So cool. So the main character, Greg Hedinger, adopts the persona of the Hood. There was already a Black Hood, and he dies, and Greg takes on this mantle. Now, I'm not going to give away all the details, but they're pretty damn great. Greg is a cop, and he knows of this vigilante, and obviously he's probably not a fan of this vigilante, as most police officers aren't fans of vigilantes. But something happens in this story to where he ends up taking up the mantle himself, and also it's a fantastic origin story. It really is good. I remember breezing through these first 6 issues. And so the first 6 the story is by Duane Swierczynski, like I said before. Art by Michael Gaydos for the first 5 issues, which I gotta say, out of this entire series, the Michael Gaydos art is my favorite. And if you're not familiar with Michael Gaydos, he did Jessica Jones, the art in the what was it called? It wasn't called Jessica Jones. It's called Alias, right? The Alias series. He did the art in that, at least starting out. And so if you enjoy that, then you will enjoy the art in this series. Issue 6 in this is done by Howard Chaykin. I'm not as big a fan of the 6th issue. It is a noticeable difference when you go from issue 5 to issue 6. But the first 5 issues art is spectacular. And you know, it's the 6th issue, it's not bad art. It's just, it doesn't have as much of the same gritty, dark, really kind of penciled, rough feel to it, like the Gaydos art does, that I really, really enjoy. It really brings to life, you know, the deep, dark, dank streets of the city, right? Like the crime alleys, if you will. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this first 6 issues, which, like I said, is essentially the origin story for the Black Hood. Really, really good. All right, so moving on to Volume 2, The Black Hood. It's called The Lonely Crusade. And there's more Michael Gaydos art in this one, of course, all written by Duane Swierczynski. This is kind of his baby. But the art in this one, a lot more people involved. So issue 7 is Michael Gaydos, and then issue 8 is Robert Hack. 9 and 10 is Greg Scott, which I also really enjoy, and issue 11 is by Rick Burchett. So a lot of different artists coming through on this one. Like I said, Michael Gaydos did most of the first, the beginning of this series, and then he jumps in on issue 7 here. And the art's great, right? And like I said, there's an obvious difference between the Gaydos art and the other art. You can definitely tell a difference. It's just not quite as good for me, but I do enjoy. Let me see who it must be. Greg Scott. It must be Greg Scott's art. It looks like it. Robert Hack or Greg Scott's art in this series is also really, really good stuff. And like I said, it's not up there with the Gato stuff, but it's close. It's close. It doesn't have that kind of rough feel, like where the pages seem like they've been like, I don't even know how to describe it. You just have to see it for yourself. If you know what Michael Gato's art is like, it's just very rough. It's very pencily. It's very filmy almost. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's dingy, right? Compared to these other artists. But it's pretty good. Issue 2 is pretty good. I enjoyed it. You just basically it's Greg, deciding how to continue on or give up being the Black Hood and all that entails. He deals with drug addiction, and I can't remember if he deals with that a little more in the first issue and the second issue, but he kind of, I think in this volume he gets clean and struggles with his addiction a little more, and furthers his relationship with a woman that he started, his physical therapist. So good stuff, really good stuff. But for me, not quite as good as Volume 1 or what I'm about to talk to you about, Volume 3. So let's just get into it. The Black Hood, Volume 3, which is, what is that, issues 13 through 16? 17? Let me see here. See, I got that real authentic feel. You can hear me turning the pages. So story by Dwayne Swerczynski. Art, all of the art in this final chapter of the Black Hood is by Greg Scott. And it's really great. Like I said, I like the Greg Scott art, not quite as much as Gato's, but it's still really, really good. But this issue is called The Nobody Murders. And this volume is called The Nobody Murders. And it is, let me see, what is it? Issues, whatever. It's the finale of the series. This wraps up the entire series of the Black Hood, and it doesn't get any better. Comic books don't get any better than this. I absolutely love The Nobody Murders. Oh man, it's just so dark. It's so dark. In this story, Greg is, trying to get out of town. He has to leave the Black Hood behind. But he still is a vigilante. He goes across the United States, ends up in California, and he's still like fighting crime there, but he's homeless. He's living on the street. It starts out very dark and ends very dark as well. But he encounters this serial murderer who is basically stalking him and going all the places that he has been across the nation and kind of undoing the good that the Black Hood has done by committing heinous murders at the same locations where the Black Hood has saved lives. And it's really, really great stuff. This is my favorite volume of the Black Hood. This, it's not often, at least for me anyway, it's not often that I am completely satisfied or blown away by the finale of anything. A film series, a TV series, comic book, finale of a novel. This is fantastic stuff. I love this. This is the best part is the end, and that's how it should be. I feel like the beginning and the end of a story should be the absolute best part, because the beginning is good, it sucks you in, and if the end is good, it leaves you with a feeling and you remember that story for years to come. And that's how I feel about this. It's so great just how dark this serial killer is that's going behind Greg and killing all these people, undoing the good he's done, and then Greg ends up tracking down Greg and wanting to kill him as well. And then it basically, Greg ends up tracking him back across the nation, and they end up back where it all started. Such a fantastic wrap up to this series. It's like I kind of wish this series kept going so I could continue reading these stories of Greg Henninger, the Black Hood. But at the same time, I don't know. It might have ruined it if they kept going. This was a fantastic, perfect ending. And man, the cover that they put on the Nobody Murders, the Volume 3 cover, oh my God. And I'm sure there's variants of it, but man, this is so damn good. And I'll put it up on the screen too. I'll put all these covers and some of the art up on the screen as I'm talking about this. But this final cover of the Nobody Murders is so damn good. You got the crime scene tape. You've got Greg sitting there in a black leather jacket and a smoking gun, sitting in a puddle. Oh my God. Anyway, the Nobody Murders is the absolute best part of this for me. I did enjoy the origin story, the beginning. The volume 2 was pretty good, but man, volume 3 was so good that it's like, if I have to rank these, volume 2 has to be dead last. And that's not saying that it's bad. It's just saying that, the origin is really good, and the Nobody Murders, the wrap up is so fantastic. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'd like to know if any of you have read The Black Hood. If you haven't, maybe you can find it on digital and check it out. It's a quick read. It's 15 issues or whatever, and that's the entire series. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about it, if you've already read it, or if it sounds like something you're interested in reading. But basically, it's a story of a cop who becomes a vigilante, and goes to some really dark places. I love how dark this series got. And yeah, it's just right up my alley. Right up my alley. Big Batman fan, big, Dark Knight, Gotham City. I love all that stuff. And this, goes even darker, way more grounded and real, and pretty damn gory, pretty bloody, pretty action-packed. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, or reach out on Instagram or Twitter and let me know over there. I'm at Real Brett Scott on both of those. And if you enjoy what I do here, which is not just talk about comics, but basically talk about anything, movies, TV series, anything entertainment and pop culture, that's what I do. I also put up a bunch of reels of my, fitness endeavors and stuff like that, but that's kind of kept separate. So if you're interested at all in my entertainment and pop culture musings, then please subscribe to the channel. And if you do decide to subscribe and stick around, then I will talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.